Welcome, kings and queens. You're now seated at the King's Table. I'm your host, author and life coach Bernard King. And this is the place where we sit down, we talk about the things people feel, but often don't say. We talk about relationships. We talk about emotional growth. We talk about truth. And tonight, we're walking into a conversation that many people will recognize, even if they have never admitted it out loud. Tonight's episode is titled, Sex is Better When You Cheating the Deep End. Now, before anyone misunderstands the title, this episode is not about glorifying cheating. This episode is about examining the psychology behind it. Because if we're honest, many people have cheated, even myself, many times. I'm not proud, but it's my truth. We'll quietly admit something. There's a rush. There's an excitement. There's a feeling of danger, but that excitement comes with consequences that can ripple through lives for years. Something I'm experiencing now. Tonight, we're going to talk about why forbidden situations feel intense, the psychology of secret relationships, emotional disconnection in long-term relationships, why people fall into cheating even when they love their partner, and why the honorable path is always honesty or departure, not deception. Because once you step into the deep end, you always don't realize how deep the water is. So let's start off with the psychology of the thrill. Let's start with a difficult truth. Human beings are wired, guys, for novelty. Our brains respond strongly to new attention, new energy, new conversations. When someone new begins to notice you, something inside wakes up. You might hear things like, "You look amazing today. I really enjoy talking to you. You're different from everyone else." Now imagine someone hearing that while at the same time feeling overlooked in their current relationship. It's happened to me. Suddenly the outside attention feels powerful. And the attention is one of the most addictive emotional currencies that exists because attention makes people feel seen, desired, valued. And sometimes the excitement has to do less with attraction though, and more to do with feeling alive again. The forbidden fruit effect. Some psychologists call the forbidden fruit effect is when something is restricted. Our brain moves, let me say it this way. Our brain places more value on something that's restricted. The secrecy itself becomes a part of the emotional rush. Sneaking messages, hidden conversations, private meetings, the rush of not getting caught. All of this creates a dopamine loop. And dopamine makes the experience feel more intense than it actually is. But here's the problem. When someone cheats, they are comparing two different realities. On one side, the routine of a long-term relationship, like the bills, responsibilities, daily stress. And on the other side, a secret connection between entirely built around excitement and escape. That comparison is unfair, guys, because real life always looks less exciting than fantasy. How do people enter the deep end? We have to look at this, right? Because it don't just happen, right? Most affairs don't begin with just physical intimacy. They begin with emotional sharing. Someone starts venting about their relationship. Someone listens. Someone says, "You deserve better." And slowly, emotional intimacy starts forming. Text messages get longer, conversations get deeper, compliments become more personal. At first, people tell themselves, this is just friendship. We all need friendship, right? But emotional boundaries are powerful. Once they begin shifting, the situation can escalate very quickly. And before someone realizes it, they're standing in the water much deeper than they intended. The hidden cost of cheating, and the cost is very high, very high. Cheating is rarely just about two people. The ripple effects can be massive. It can damage trust, families, children, friendships, self-respect, your reputation. One moment of excitement can create years of emotional consequences. Trust, once broken, is extremely, sometimes very difficult and even impossible to rebuild, because when someone discovers betrayal, their sense of reality changes. They start questioning everything. Was anything real? Was I being lied to the entire time? That emotional damage can run deep for years, guys. Now, as I practice, I get emails from clients as a life coach, as a new thought leader, as a transformational coach, and a holistic wellness leader. I get emails. And often when I come into this situation, mostly the men will always say, I don't know why. I love them. I care for them. I don't know why I did it. This is where the conversation gets complicated. Many people who cheat actually still care about their partner. So why do they stay if they're unhappy? A lot of times it's because of comfort. Sometimes it's fear of starting over. Sometimes it's financial entanglements. Sometimes it's children. And sometimes people simply don't have the courage to end something honestly in the right way. Instead, they try to live two emotional lives. But the truth is, living two emotional lives eventually creates emotional exhaustion. I've been there. Because secrets require constant maintenance, and guilt has a way of surfacing. That's why now I'm at this stage of my life, I don't have the energy to keep up the requirement for constant maintenance of secrecy. I just don't have the energy. I don't want to do it anymore. Not to say I can't, not to say I wasn't good at it when I did it, not to say I didn't enjoy it when I was doing it, but now I must operate in truth in my life, because I feel leaving is more honorable than staying in deception. And here's the truth, and it's a mature truth. If a relationship is no longer fulfilling, the honorable path is honesty. There's no way to look at it. When I was doing the things that I was doing, I knew deep down that honesty was the best policy. Now, with honesty, you have to understand, and it comes with maturity, but you have to understand it will mean difficult conversations. With honesty, it may mean separation. With honesty, it will protect dignity. Cheating creates deception, and deception eventually damages everyone involved. I'm telling you from experience. And for those that have experienced, you know deep down inside the truth. And those who are considering, just be aware that there are consequences, and eventually it damages everyone involved. Leaving requires courage, and I've been on that side as well, where I left and I couldn't keep up this deception, and it was the best decision that I made. Because cheating requires secrecy, and maturity is all about choosing integrity, even when it becomes uncomfortable. Now, when we talk about maturity, in my opinion, I look at it a little bit differently, because to me, I look at maturity as, if you look at a situation and you look at the consequences and you assess it and you still make your choices, but you're willing to accept the consequences, to me, that's maturity. So it's not so much of the act of you not doing it. So let's do some self-reflection, right? If someone feels tempted to cheat, or if they're in the situation already and they're cheating, there are deeper questions worth asking. What emotional needs are not being communicated with your partner? What conversations have been avoided with your partner? Is the relationship actually broken or just neglected? Sometimes relationships don't fail because of lack of love. They fail because of lack of communication. And sometimes the temptation to cheat is actually a signal that deeper work needs to happen within yourself and within the situation. So my final thoughts: the deep end of the water always look inviting from the edge, but deep water can drown people who jump without thinking. Real maturity is about avoiding temptation entirely, because it's going to come. We all have different temptations that comes out of our hearts that tempts a person. For me, it's about understanding the consequences of the choices we make. And that's what makes you mature. Because the thrill of secrecy may last a moment, but the impact of betrayal can last a lifetime. I'm dealing with scars right now because of betrayal that I've done. And I can speak transparent. And sometimes the strongest move a person can make is simply choosing honesty. Family, I love y'all. But those who want to connect deeper with my work, my website is iambernardking.com. That's IAMBERNARDKING.com. Everything in one place. To see my movements, you can go to Linktree, linktr.ee/I am Bernard King. My social media, Facebook, I am Bernard King. TikTok at I am Bernard King.coach. Instagram at I am Bernard King.coach. And my YouTube.com at I am Bernard King. That's where I share my wisdom clips, coaching insights, interviews, and my creative conversations across all these platforms. Remember, I'm not building followers. I'm building a community of supporters who are serious about growth. This has been At the King's Table. I'm your host, author, and life coach, Bernard King. I love y'all guys.